Good morning, everyone. You said what?
What time is it?
It's like 4 something. I'm not sure. It's like 4 something. Good morning, everyone. As always, hope everyone has an amazing day. 3 things I am thankful for. TVs. I think I did that before. Screens, size, and gifts. Alright. Those are 3. So, as always, good morning. My son was asking me what time it was as soon as I pressed record. But anyway, as always, I hope everyone have an amazing day. This topic, I'm going to try to do the best I can explain it. I know if y'all saw my last video, I'm going to say this. I don't have to tell certain things. I'm going to put it like this. It's like I'm not secretive and I'm not a tattletale. But it's like when there's things that I feel like that need to be understood so we can understand, I have to televise it. But that's only if it's something that's going to affect the masses. Now, if it's going to affect one person, it's like, okay, you got to figure this out on your own. It's like that. But if it's something that's going on that can harm, hurt, or hinder a mass amount of people, I have to state it. I don't want y'all to think like, oh my God, is she going to tell my secrets? Is she going to do this? No. You know, we all human, in our own special way. And we all go through things that we want people to know about and things we don't want people to know about. And that's understand. Like, I understand that. Like, that's legit. However, when it's something that I know that we need to understand as a collective, as a full family, then, you know, I have to tell y'all. Because in my head, I look at y'all as family. Okay? Don't matter where you're at around the world. Now, I got some family members that I'm like, you can stay over there. However, even my information will get to them eventually. You understand? Meaning that eventually, when they get their selves together, they will start understanding why I do what I do. Hold on 1 second. Can you turn that down just a little bit? Okay. I got the relaxing music on. Okay. A little bit more. Just let y'all know, when I have relaxing music on, even while I'm talking, I'm meditating while I'm talking to y'all. As I tell you, I don't do that. I don't do all of that. So when I'm talking to you, I'm meditating. That's why sometimes when I communicate, if I pause, it's because in my meditative state, it's like that's not a relaxing, you know, how can I say it? That information is not going to help people relax their mind. It's going to trigger their mind in a different direction. So sometimes it's like that. So I have to readjust myself. So yes, I meditate as I talk. Okay, I'm in meditation 24/7. Okay. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. So when it comes to a lot of stuff that I talk about, again, I only talk about something if it's going to harm the masses, meaning the majority of the people in the world. Okay, and with that information I told, I know a lot of y'all's like, I wish I didn't know. Some of you are like, I'm thankful that I know, and some of it, I knew it. It's like that. You know, you can't get it right all the time, but how can I say it? I can't get it right all the time, but I am right all the time. Okay, it's like that. Me providing that information is to help us to know the truth so we can create a better foundation. Not just for America as the United States, but as a whole. Because even if we hurting, they're hurting, they hurting, in other countries we're hurting. Because we should all understand each other. We shouldn't be in a position where, you know how family is, you know, side notes and all of this. If you do this, if I make this noise, you do this. If I make that noise, you do that. We shouldn't be like that, because eventually, one day, the roles will flip. And you don't want to be the one making the noises and the other person have to respond. You have to respond. So it's like that. So that's why I state what I state. And the reason why I'm able to do this is because if I can get through it, right, you can too. You understand? I'm not going to provide stuff that I feel like, if I feel like no one can get, if I can't get through it, I'm going to leave it alone. And once I get through it, then I'm going to tell you about it. You understand? I'm going to give you all the tricks and the trades on how to do it by providing information. But it's up to you to understand it. You understand? It's like that. So it's not so much that I'm trying to throw stuff in your face. It's not so much that I'm doing this because I need fame, fortune, and all of that. I'm golden no matter what. I don't have to brag about it. You can see that if I'm talking or I'm not talking. So I don't want y'all to feel like you been tricked, bamboozled, and all that. We all have. But we all had to get through this process together. Somebody had to do it, because it's like a company. When you start a company and you're the first company that ever started, say for example, the Wright brothers flying an airplane, somebody had to do it. No different than the first cheeseburger, somebody had to do, or hamburger, somebody had to do it. The stoplight, someone had to do it. The forks, TV, someone had to do it. And in order for everyone else to be able to replicate the same thing in their own fashion, someone had to do it first. And when you do it first, you make mistakes. Trial and error. Yes, sir. It ain't gonna change no faster. I got you. Sorry, y'all. Okay. But yeah, someone has to do it. And even with trial and error, with all the things that I stated, you know how many times people have to trial and error before you actually get it right? And then everyone else come along and create their own rendition of the same thing. We don't sit back and say, you know what? Since they created the airplane, we're not going to have other companies. Since they created a hamburger, we're not going to have other burgers. You understand? That's just life. Even when it comes to me. People try to replicate because they saw the original. Well, they saw part of it, and it was enough for them to feel like, I can do the same thing. But you got to remember, if you don't know the directions, and you don't know the foundation, and you don't know what person been through, then guess what? You're going to go out here and mess up too. And as long as people sit there and agree with you, you're going to think those mess ups are perfections. They're not. No. They're not. Everything still has to be tweaked one way or another. I had to still be tweaked one way or another. You have to be tweaked one way or another. And as long as we living, we all going to keep tweaking. That's just life. Now, am I saying that when people do wrong, that they shouldn't have to see, how can I say it? I don't want to use punishment, because punishment sounds like a form of torture that is cruel and inhumane. I just feel like people have to go through lessons. They have to go through trials and tribulations to understand why the plane didn't fly in the first place, or why the plane crashed, or why the burger didn't taste right the first time, and what seasonings need to be added at the time, and when the light was created, how fast and how slow we need to transition the colors between each change. You just got to sit there and pay attention. You understand? We have to sit there and acknowledge that, Dad, I didn't get it right. How can I get it right? Do Do I sit here and dwell on it? Do I run from it? Do I eat it? So let me break it down again. I have an option here. Do I keep flying and pretend like nothing's underneath me that I have to fix? Or do I allow myself to crash and start all over again with a new model, a new mindset, a new understanding? Or do I eat what's going on? Do I have to digest it and feel the food I'm eating, know if I cooked it just right or not? Do I need to allow this sickness to keep me sick, or find a cure the right way so I can be able to get up and start and create a new burger another day? Or do I need to stop? Do I need to yield, or keep going with this stupidity that I'm doing? Because if I don't pay attention to the signs, I'm going to end up crashing again. That's the way of life. You have choices, but how you use them depends on how you use them. In order to create all these things, you need the tools inside of you, right? Right. But if you ignore this and focus on this, you always either running, getting sick, or getting in an accident. You never go scot-free. You never get away with it. Only for so long. And then eventually, you might be that type of person that was eating the burger on the plane while the signal person was telling you to stop, and you crash. So what I'm trying to say is this, y'all. Am I saying that all of us are right? No. Am I saying all of us are wrong? No. We all learning. Some still got to do a little bit more learning than others. And that's okay. I'm not mad at you. Because if I'm mad at you, I got to be mad at myself. Because at the end of the day, I have to recognize my wrongs as well. So if I can recognize my wrongs, y'all can too. We all agreed to something. We all either agreed to travel, we all agreed to eating, and we all agreed to keep on going. So we all gotta take fault in all of this. So the thing is freedom really free? Or is there a limit to it? It's both. Freedom starts within. When you start to understand yourself, figure out your true identity. Because just like all these things that I talked about, there was a specific model that had to be created in order for these things to thrive. How are you going to understand the model that you are in? You can't move if you don't know how to pick the wheels off the ground so you can soar into this world. You can't survive if you don't know what information you put in together before you eat it. And you can't pay attention to the signs if you don't know how to connect the dots to know when to stop, yield, and go. So, in this world, once you understand that, you are free. You don't need the world to tell you you're free, because you know it within you. And when you know it inside of you, then you know your limits in the world. You will know when you need to travel. You will know when you need to eat. And you will know when you need to stop, yield, and go. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.